Playing tag with Caesar? He likes to play games.
Well, you can just chase him about his business, Mr. Smarty. I promised I'd hurry home, and I'm late already, counting Miss Milligan keeping me. So chase him away right now.
Well, if you're going to act so bossy about it, I'll leave you right where you are. Take care of her, Caesar. Oh, I was just teasing. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Look. He's a purebred Angus, imported all the way from Scotland. Come on, scratch him. He likes it. What's the matter? You scared?
Did he really come all the way from Scotland?
Sure he did. Cost me more than $1,000.
$1,000? And he's yours?
Sure he's mine. All the cattle in his pasture are. I raised them.
You mean they really belong to your father and he let you pretend they're yours?
Well, I mean, no such thing. They are mine. Dad gave me 2 Angus calves for a start. I paid him back a long time ago. Say, you're one of the new kids who just moved around here, aren't you?
Yes.
What's your name?
Susan Matthews. What's yours?
Peter Wexford. But everybody calls me Buzz.
Why?
I don't know. Unless it's because...
Because he's got bees in his bonnet.
What are you doing here, Jessie?
Spying. Brothers are mostly dopey, but interesting. Say, I saw you at school today.
Susan, this is my sister Jessie. Jessie thinks I couldn't find my way home without her.
You couldn't. You're dopey.
And you're an undersized snoop. Well, I can't stand here wasting my time talking to girls. I gotta get the cattle headed home for their supper. I'm grain feeding them to put weight on.
I've got to get home, too.
Come on, I'll open the gate for you.
And all these cows and Caesar, are they really yours?
I told you they were, didn't I?
Well, bye, Buzz. Bye, Jessie. Bye, Susan.
Goodbye, Susan. See you in school tomorrow.
Bye.
Very handsome. David Barkley is tall and slim. David Barkley is very handsome. Bet the girls all fall for him.
What kind of a song is my little girl singing? Something she just made up?
What, Papa?
That song you were just singing about somebody named David Barkley.
Why, I hardly knew that anyone would hear it. But surely you remember David Barkley, Papa. He's the county agent. You know, the man that knew more about your truck than you did. The one that stared so at Deborah.
What about him?
Why, nothing, Papa. At least nothing that means anything, I'm sure.
Well, if it doesn't mean anything that all the girls fall for Mr. Barkley, why don't you tell us what you know? I'm sure we'd all like to hear.
I don't know how Abigail would know it, but I think what she wants to tell you is that I met and talked to Mr. Barkley in Millwood today.
Henry Larkins told me when he delivered the groceries.
It'd be much nicer, Abigail, if when you wish to tell things on the rest of us, if you'd be more straightforward about it.
Oh, I don't want to even think what's going to become of us if these suspicions and bickerings keep up. Maybe you'd like to tell us what you found so interesting to talk about with a so attractive Mr. Barkley.
It was just about the farm. After all, he is the county agricultural agent, and I asked him what crops he thought we ought to raise.
And I imagine he was very happy to offer his advice?
He did suggest that we plant potatoes.
Oh, didn't care for soybeans, huh?
Oh, he said the summers here aren't hot enough.
I don't suppose Mr. Barkley got his knowledge from working a farm.
He studied in college.
Well, after all, 40 years of actual farming is apt to give a man more know-how than he can...
He is in touch with all the farmers in the county. And the state university supplies him with the latest information and ideas.
I've got all the ideas we need. Now I've got something important to take up. Finney.
Yes, Papa?
Sit down here. We're going to have a meeting.
Yes, Papa.
Meeting will come to order. Now, before I get to what I have in mind, is there anybody got anything they want taken up? All right, Susan's got the floor. Speak up.
Papa, I'd like to borrow enough money to buy 2 lambs. Like these. I want to raise them for my very own. When they're grown, I can sell the wool and pay you back. And after a while, I'll have a lot of them, like Buzz.
Buzz?
Buzz Wexford. His papa gave him 2 calves, and now he's got a whole herd. And a prize bull named Caesar, worth more than $1,000. And they're all his very own. Only I want to raise lambs. Please, Papa, may I?
I met Buzz. He's a swell guy. One fella told me that Buzz made over $800 last year just from his cattle.
I think that's a good idea, Susan.
There's something in this far more serious than the borrowing of money to buy 2 expensive lambs. And I'm surprised at you, Deborah, and you too, Phineas, that you didn't notice it before you spoke up. Well, Susan, we put your idea to a vote, but I've got to go against it because I think it's purely selfish. I don't suppose you understand that, for if you did, you wouldn't want to go on possessing things all by yourself and shutting the rest of us out. Or is it that you don't want to share because you don't love us like we love you? Well, you heard Susan's plan and the discussions about it. Now we'll put it to a vote. All those against?
Shouldn't those in favor vote first?
What difference does it make? Those against. Good. I guess that settles that. Now, if there's no other business, I got a plan I'd like to propose. One that'll be good for all of us. You know we need that tractor, Mr. Claiborne's, in the worst way. Of course, he'd be willing to rent it to me, but you know we believe in owning things outright.
Well, wouldn't it be better to rent it?
I believe I can make out a way we can buy it.
How, Papa?
We'll cut that timber at the top of the hill and sell it for lumber. I've already spoken to Mr. Gale about it at the lumber mill, and he's willing to pay us a good price for it. Then we'll make a down payment in the meantime.